Right guys, how's it going? Right, so I'm kind of running out of ideas for what to do in the game. What haven't I done? I haven't really learned anything about flight assist off. I'm still very poor regarding fixed weapons. I haven't done any real PvP. This is all going to be changing at some point in the near future. But I think maybe the smart way to do it is just do it the easy way to start with, yeah. Obviously, the simplest thing is learning to use fixed weapons. This is just a pure laziness thing on my part. I know that my controls aren't, you know, super tight. They're tight enough that I can fly decently, yeah, and I can slaughter NPCs all day, no problem. But if I go into PvP using gimbaled weapons, then even though I can fly very close to like NPCs, other players are a different matter. Simply put, you know, as soon as you boost towards somebody, they're just going to boost away from you. You're facing the wrong direction. As soon as you got turned around, they're 2 kilometers away from you, and they're outside of gimbal range, you know, effective gimbal range. You're going to have to PvP with fixed weapons. There's a reason why all the best PvPers are doing it like that, yeah. And that's the reason. It's just, also you've got chaff, yeah, which almost completely negates it unless you're very close. You would need to be on a whole different level of play in order to make gimbals work effectively in PvP, I believe. So, really, the first thing I need to do is tighten up my controls and learn how to, you know, actually aim properly. So I went ahead and I bought a couple of fixed pulse lasers, and that's what I'm going to do for now. I'll just jump into a res or something, or a nav point. Maybe jump into a signal source or two, really just to start to improve my aim. And once my aim's improved, I may start looking at flight assist off, and I maybe head into PvP as well.
Detected.
Now that I'm using fixed, I don't really need to target anything, yeah. So it's just a case of battering into the hull.
Target shields offline.
Right. Now, I've noticed this before. I'm really pretty bad for my yaw on the keyboard. Constantly overcorrecting, and the reason for that is it's a digital input. It's not analog. So you need an incredibly deft touch, and that's not that easy in all honesty. This is a really bad Python, this one, isn't it? Now, you also notice another thing about the Vulture now. The hard points don't converge into a point, you know? It's not like... It's not awesome shit for fixed weapons.
Under attack.
But it's not bad, yeah? It's not like it's a Cobra or anything like that.
Destroyed.
Where you simply have to use gimbals on the bottom. Or is it the top? Can't remember. It's just a little bit bright in here. It's probably not going to look all that great in the video because it's so bright. I do prefer the ice rings because I get much less stutter in these. The metal rich rings tend to stutter a lot more. Yeah, it's too bright in here. I'm going to kill this clipper and go somewhere else, I think. Why are these ships flying so badly? Why didn't hardly any of them have shields? Yeah, just present a big huge target to me.
Target destroyed.
Right, now I came in here so I thought maybe there's a slight chance of me getting, you know, some skilling up rewards, but I'm not gonna really skill up fighting stuff like that.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Right, so I'm starting to think maybe my yaw needs to be changed onto the mouse.
Target destroyed.
Although I prefer the roll on the mouse. I prefer it in terms of flying, yeah. It feels much nicer when flying, especially in like asteroids and stuff. Like this. Just pointing, you know, up and up it goes. But I think if you're going to be firing fixed weapons, you really want that analog yaw. Just for accuracy purposes. Yeah, I'm going to head out here and try and find somewhere slightly less bright. Maybe just head into the least conflict zone. I'll get more of a challenge than there. These resource sites are just pathetically easy now. Right, so like I said, I'm going to give yaw a go on the mouse. We'll see how that works out. It's going to be a little bit awkward to start with because, you know, when you start messing around with these things, massive changes like this, it's really difficult to get to grips with. You know, you're talking hours. So now we need to stick roll at A and D. Already I'm struggling to get to grips with it. Very strange. This just feels weird. Right, so this is possibly not the smartest thing I've ever done.
Target shields offline.
Very strange to be pointing, to be aiming on the mouse like that. Maybe quite a bit more accurate though. When I remember I'm doing it, yeah? Oh, I'm all over the place. Maybe a slight overcorrection on my pitch as well. I need to get rid of. Yeah, it's very strange. I continually... Yeah.
Target shields online.
Just need a slight dead zone, I think. Slightly more of a dead zone. Or even just a slight decrease in the sensitivity.
Shields offline.
Very strange though. That's a lot easier. Diagonal turns with flight assist off.
Under attack.
I'll show you what I mean the next time I do it, if you didn't see it there. Right. Yeah, that's way easier.
Target shields offline.
Right, so that was
Destroyed.
not that impressive. Let's take on something a little bit bigger.
Target shields offline.
I still keep trying to yaw. Right, now you do get a slight gimbal, yeah, when you've got something targeted. It's very, very slight. But if you get close enough, you can still hit that power plant. I think you're going to have to be a little bit more accurate than I am, though. Now there is of course no need to be this close anymore. Yeah, you could probably still do a bit more damage closer in as well. And it is easier to hit.
Frameshift charge detected.
No! Come back. Let's make sure he goes down.
Target destroyed.
Yep, this isn't going to be fast getting used to this.
Under attack.
It really is bizarre. Just those little corrections. It's what you really need to master. So after this one I'm going to have a look at my settings. See if I can get it a little bit tighter. There's no question, it's way slower when you can't target, when you can't really hit the power plant as often.
Frameshift charge detected. Target destroyed.
And why didn't I get any credit for it? Right, anyway, options. Put the sensitivity down a tad. I think we need slightly more of a dead zone.
Under attack.
Need to be a little more careful than that.
Target shields offline.
Right, I'm starting to get into it already, I would say now. Slightly more. This tightening up of the controls is helping.
Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Under attack. Target shields online.
Just in time.
Target destroyed.
It really is quite bizarre how you just can't quite nail it. You've made so much muscle memory with the other setup.
Frameshift charge detected.
There's an awful lot of these ones trying to jump out.
Target
Got 'em.
destroyed.
One thing this does show is how incredibly easy the game is now. I think once you hit a vulture, you're never going to be in any kind of trouble from the NPCs. No, unless you do something really stupid.
Target destroyed. Under attack.
Just that one little change, the yacht to the roll, and you really are all over the place. It's just pretty bizarre. I've got to say though, my accuracy is clearly improved. If you've ever watched me trying to use fixed weapons before, then you know you'll be able to testify to that.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
I would say now that I put the roll onto the keyboard, I now seem to be overcompensating on the roll a lot as well. It's just one of those things, if you don't actually have the analog, you know, if you're using a digital switch basically for any kind of movement, it is difficult. Yeah, I'm definitely missing the roll. You can see that my actual flying skills have collapsed, yeah. I just can't seem to, you know, stay on target and stuff. But my actual targeting is way improved.
Target destroyed.
I still can't get my chaff to work for whatever reason. I must have bugged it out some way because one of them's unpowered. The whole point of this was supposed to be that, you know, so I could use two chaff launchers, not at the same time, not, you know, to double chaff, but just like once I run out of chaff, my first one, I would unpower it and then I would power up the second one instead. But that doesn't appear to be working.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Certainly seem to be ramming stuff an awful lot more. And almost done it again.
Frameshift charge detected.
How many times am I going to ram this python?
Target destroyed. Target shields online. Under attack. Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Right, that'll do me for now. I need to figure out what the issue is regarding this chaff that's not working. Pretty weird.
Docking request granted.
This could be fun, trying to dock now. Oh, it just feels wrong. No, everything's completely wrong. I better slow down. I mean, this is bizarre just how little you can get used to this. I literally just cannot figure this one out in my head. Yeah, I am all over the place. Right. So strange.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so I'm not sure what the story was with this double chaff launcher. You can see I've got this one at priority 2, along with the interdictor and my fuel scoop, my drive and my cargo hatch. So obviously, yeah, when I bring out the weapons, all this stuff powers down. And the point of it was supposed to be so that I didn't, when I used a keybind, like I used the C key for my chaff launcher. So had both of these been powered, then both of them would fire off at the same time, yeah? But I thought that when this one was unpowered, because it's priority 2, then it would only fire the one chaff launcher. It seemed to work one time and then it didn't work any longer after that. So I was constantly stuck with 9 chaff and my keybind didn't work or anything. So I'm guessing this is just some kind of bug. I'll maybe confirm that at another point. It's not that important though, so I'll probably just end up ditching the this second chaff launcher right now. You do get a little bit more power back when you're using the fixed pulse lasers, yeah? It's only 9 instead of 0.9 instead of 0.92 megawatts for these pulse lasers. And basically speaking, I've gone back to the normal shield cell being powered at all times, as opposed to the last thing I need to do is be trying to micromanage even more while I'm trying to learn how to use fixed weapons again. I had just about enough power left for this 0 shield booster as well. Can maybe make this into a D if I get rid of another one of these chaff. Not quite sure about that one. But yeah, basically speaking, if I'm going to go into open play, then I need to, up my game a lot. And this is why I decided to do this now. That and the fact that it really is beyond time. And, it's well past time that I learned how to aim properly. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to end up getting a lot of heat. Yeah, you can probably imagine how much heat I'm going to get as soon as I go online. But so long as I just keep plugging away at it, then it's probably not going to be too bad. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going to have a look at the flight assist off as well. I've not been using it an awful lot on the Vulture, which is kind of strange because even though it's like the Eagle, which I didn't use it a lot on either, you still do get, more out of those boost turns, those flight assist off turns. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I just sort of drifted out my play again. So that's another thing that I need to add to it. Really, I think I need to play the game more as well. I haven't really been playing it an awful lot recently. It's such a demanding game time-wise. I mean, I must have put about 10 hours into, this video, and I've never been happy with what I was doing, and I thought, oh, this is rubbish, or, what do I do now? So, even though it's a pretty short video by my standards, and there's not an awful lot of content in it, there's so much content that you just don't see and stuff that I throw out. I just couldn't decide what to do, so this is basically how it's going to be. But once I'm up and running, I say once I'm happy that I can aim properly and I'm not going to be a free kill for anybody out there who's going to gank me, then yeah, I'll go into open play, I think, and hopefully should do okay. See you in the next one.